So if you didn't know, about a month ago, I made this video called Scrapped Videos. Well, those videos were just scrapped. These videos, the ones that I'm going to be talking about today, are ones that I physically could not do. Today, I'll be going over 3 videos that I just physically could not complete and give you the reasons why I could not complete them, but also the lessons that I learned after the videos failed. Video 1, Aluminum Foil Ball. Now, 3 years ago, I wanted to do a video where I made an aluminum foil ball. And I got a bunch of footage of me making the ball. Like, I made the ball and then I tried to get footage for it. So I did not have any footage of me making the ball, and also I was not coordinated at all. I did not have a script, I did not write things down, and that's why the video failed. So I edited all the footage that I got, and I'll just play it right now. So, what I learned when making this video is, when making videos, like, to this scale, you have to be coordinated, you have to make a plan, you have to write things down, or else your editing, when you get to editing, you're gonna forget, and you're gonna fail. Video number 2. Trick shots part 2. So I made this trick shot in 1 hour video, and at the end of the video I said I would make a 24-hour trick shot challenge. Me and my brothers did the 24-hour trick shot challenge, and well, we did not get a single shot. Really, I didn't do the mistake that I made with the aluminum foil ball video, so I actually did write my stuff down, and here's a video of me going through the written stuff. Hello there. Today, we're going to be looking at the trick shot journal, I like to call it. Number 1, me and Ducky get our supplies ready while I worked on another video. We started working on the trick shots, but I really underestimated how difficult this would be. And halfway through hour 2, we went to start making pizza. And that took all of our time. But I made a dope pizza, so that's pretty good. Number 3, at this point we only made 1 trick shot, which was the card trick shot. And in hour 2, I told him that if he stopped being a jerk, then he could do the trick shots with us, and then he never came back. 4, we started working on our next trick when I left to do something while Ducky went to do the trick. And while I left, he did this. Insert video. I couldn't find what I'm talking about, so break to do other tricks, and then I made this one, which was the football one. And then we never finished the video. So now, the lesson I learned from making this video is, when you want to do trick shots in a certain amount of time, make sure you're actually good at trick shots. Video number 3, the grandma. So, if you didn't know, I posted this beach trip 2024 video, and at the end of it, I said, grandmas. And that's where I currently am writing the script for the last part, So, if you want to see that trip in a video, then subscribe, I guess, is going to be the same. Well, this video was that continuation. And the reason why I could not complete this video is for many reasons. 1, 30 minutes. 30 minutes of animation. Are you crazy? I know I animate very poorly, but still, 30 minutes of animation would take days. Days that I do not have now. I have a full-time job. I cannot spend days animating a 30-minute video. Number 2, I voiced the video like 2 years ago. Animated like 10 minutes of it, and then I did not touch the video since. And when I went back to it, I found that my humor was very cringy. And I promise it's not a, oh, you just hate your past self kind of thing. No, here's a clip of one of my stupid jokes. Buckaroo? Yeah. and you'll feel the wrath. You'll feel the thunder. I didn't even like the video, so I'm not going to spend days animating a video that I hate. Reason number 3, this video is 30 minutes of some of the most boring stories ever. Okay, well, 2 of the stories are actually really good, but the rest is just filler. Like, 30% interesting, 70% boring. Now, I would like to mention that I was not bored when I was on vacation, okay? That was one of my favorite vacations of all time, and that's why I made the video. But there's a difference between content interesting and real life interesting. And this video was not content interesting. Like, literally for a minute in this video, I talk about making a turkey sandwich, bro. Reason number 4. To combat the boringness of the video, I tried to make what I did seem way crazier. Like, for example, in the video we talk about making a stone wall, and it wasn't bad in real life, but in the video, I made it seem like it was the top 5 most challenging moments in my whole life. Which did make the video more interesting, but it made me seem like some whiny, complaining little baby, and I do not want to post that. Now, you may be asking, with all the reasons why you hate the video, why did suddenly last week you decided to animate it? Well, my brothers have been asking for this video for years, and I told them I would never do it. But I could tell that they were really wanting to see this video. So, I animated the last 20 minutes of animation last week. And well, here it is, the Grandma and Grandpa's house video. So this trip happened like right after the beach trip. Like literally we were at the beach and then we drove to my grandma's house. And a few things happened that I thought I might as well, make a video about the whole week that we were there at my grandma's. So, firstly, the car ride there. Since Dill Pickles destroyed our car, we needed to fit me, Malik, Ducky, my aunt, and her 3 kids, and all of our luggage into the car. Into my aunt's car. So, yeah, we were a little bit cramped. But we were not going to fight, and we were going to get through this 5-hour drive together. Well, that's what I would say. But Malik and Ducky were fighting. Malik was intruding in Ducky's legroom, and he was mad, but it's fine. After like the 4-hour drive, we made it to Grandma's. And remember the dog poo puzzle from the previous video? Well, I hid it from my grandma and brought it down to the basement to wait for the perfect time to show her. And then after we went up, we went to the porch and we talked about everything that happened over the past week. Yeah, so then Dill Pickles destroyed our car. Oh, that wasn't very nice of him. Also, Malik, I heard you got a girl's number? Nuh-uh. And then we all got to try the pool. And by the way, the whole reason we were there that week at my grandma and grandpa's was to help her and my grandpa build up the pool area. Since they just got the pool installed that summer, and they wanted to build like a decoration wall piece. So me, Malik, and Ducky were going to help with that. Yeah, don't worry, Grandma and Grandpa. The child labor force is here and ready. So, just a little thing. Here's a before picture of our work. And I'll give you updates throughout the video of the wall. But anyways, we played at the pool for a little, and the pool, it was really deep. And me and Ducky did a challenge where we would tread the water at the deep end, and whoever touched the wall first lose. And, yeah, I won. And after the pool, we talked, and Grandma mentioned that we were going to start a 1,000-piece puzzle this week. And when I heard the puzzle, I remembered the dog poop puzzle. And I got this video of me showing the puzzle to my grandma. Grandma, I picked out the puzzle that we were gonna do. Oh, I picked out this one.
Oh, how did that get up here? You little dork. I don't want that puzzle.
I've never heard my grandma called anyone a dork, let alone me, her perfect grandson. So that was interesting. Also at dinner we had sloppy joes and Ducky had pancakes. But when he put the pancakes on the table, this happened.
I'm just gonna put my pancakes right down here.
So yeah, last video it was Dill Pickles, and now it's Malik. But anyways, we played some golf at the top of Grandma and Grandpa's huge hill, and I did, pretty well. I hit the golf balls to outer freaking space. And when I say that, I mean I barely hit it off the tee. But anyways, we went in and we chilled for a few hours until the next morning, when I was woken up like this. Ring, ding, ring, 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 ring. Come on, sleepyheads, you gotta get to work. Come on, let's go. Yeah, Grandpa wanted us to wake up at 6 a.m. to work on the pool area before the sun came up. And he has a cowbell, so, I mean, it's a pretty good alarm, to be honest. Now, to give you some context, my grandparents had a really nice pool area, but then the water pipes burst or something, or like the concrete, or like the, what's it called, the wallpaper in it, like shredded or something, so they needed to make a new one. And this was the first summer that the pool was open after like 2 years of construction, but there was still some work to be done. To this day, we're still working on it, but for this trip, we needed to focus on this area right here, because my grandpa purchased 3,000 pounds of flat stones, but, multiply that times 5. We had 5 pallets of 3,000 pounds each stones for us to make a wall from, and that was our job. What we needed to do was make the foundation, then throughout the rest of the week, we could just build this wall up. And to give you some even more context, we haven't been to my grandpa's house in years. Well, I shouldn't say that. We did go throughout the years, but the last time we went there to do, like, some work was when I was, like, 6. So I was no help whatsoever. So I'm guessing that on this trip, my grandpa and grandma still underestimated us. And they told us that the foundation would be built in 3 days. And, we would finish the rest throughout the week. But I want Gramps and Grams to be proud of me. So my goal this whole first day was to finish the entire foundation of the wall in 1 day. And let me tell you, it would not be easy. Because imagine, you're laying a really heavy stone, and you have to make it completely level to the first stone that you place. On the length, the width, the height, everything has to be perfectly symmetrical. And you put a leveler, if you don't know what, like, construction is, because if you're, like, a coward, you don't know what this thing is. It basically, if you put it on, it will show you if the thing is balanced or not. So I put the thing on, and, it's level on the length side, but not the width. So you hit the stone with a mallet to make sure that the width is, like, in the center. But the width is good, but then you just ruin your length width. So you hit the top of the stone to make the length now symmetrical, but when you did that, the width went out, so then you hit the width again, then the width is good, the length is good, but the height is not good. It's down like 2 inches. You have to pick it up, restart, put sand under it, put the heavy stone back down, and do the same thing. Repeat 3 times, and you have 1 stone done out of 20. You're sweating the entire time. Your arm is hurting, but you keep on doing it the entire time. And by the way, I did this by myself, and we started at 6 a.m. and finished at 3:30 p.m. Yeah, I did have some help, mainly Ducky, though. So shoutouts to Ducky for doing like 8 of the stones. But yeah, I also remember in the last video when I said that Malik got a little bit sick. Well, he got to be babied throughout the entire day. And guess what he was doing the entire time I was building the foundation?
Come on, boy, my corner. Hey, could you keep it down, bro? I'm trying to watch YouTube. Hey, boy, bro, maybe go a little bit faster. Come on, chop. This wall isn't gonna build itself.
Okay, whatever you say, bro. So, yeah. But the good news is Grandma said that I get 1 free punch to Malik because she witnessed the entire time and said that Malik was annoying.
So yeah. Also, I forgot to mention this, but in the morning when we were bringing all the stones, like, to the area, because they were on the other side of the house, so we had to bring the stones from the other side of the house over to where we needed to build, and when we were picking them up, you will not believe what I saw. So yeah, that was kind of scary. I hate baby birds. But also, here's the after photo of the foundation. And I know it does not look like much, but trust me, this was a lot of work. But also, after we got to play Go Fish, and I played in the pool, and I drowned an ant. I ate a turkey sandwich, and my grandma thought it was really gross because I hate mustard and mayo, and she hates that I just had a dry turkey sandwich with cheese. And me, Malik, and Pan played VR. And then we had some salmon with some chocolate milk, and then me, Malik, Ducky, we played with this bookcase thing that has like a light sensor, and it was probably the most fun I've ever had, which is pretty sad. So then I went to bed, then I opened my eyes, and Grandpa had the same cowbell. It's actually, I gotta make like an advertisement for this. It's a pretty good alarm. And it felt like, super fast. Like, I was asleep and I just woke up to a cowbell. It was so fast, in fact, that I didn't think it was real. I think that this was a dream. So I went back to sleep to, close my eyes. And I heard my grandpa upstairs. This was, 10 minutes after he came down with the cowbell. He was talking to my grandma. And I heard him say, "Okay, I'm going to need a cup of water and a rag. I'm going to waterboard this kid." And when I heard that, I jolted out of bed. I was so ready to work. I was like, "Dude, please don't torture me. I'm sorry. I'll get to work. And when I got outside, I swear this exact thing happened. "Hey guys, I'm ready. Do I get to use the glue gun?" Yeah. You just have to wait for your cousin to get here." "Okay." "Hey." Yeah, so since I got to finish the first layer the day prior, which was the hardest layer, I thought the day would go by like a breeze. That was what I thought. I don't want to bore you with the details, but it was rough. My hands now have blisters, and we started at 6 and worked nonstop until 10, until we ran out of glue. My grandpa went to go to Home Depot to get more, and this is what we did, and this is how much glue we used, and by 12:30, when he came back to get us the glue, this was the wall, and this was how much glue we used. And let me tell you something. If you ever have to glue stones to make a wall, never, ever use 3 times stronger glue. Because yes, the stones will be stuck to the wall, but at the cost of having to use the grip strength of a silverback gorilla to get the glue out. Those grip enhancer things? Well, imagine having one of those, but you do it for 5 hours at the max. But at the end of the wall, it was so rewarding. One, worked really hard on the wall, but 2, because we were supposed to work on the wall the whole week, but we finished it that day. Also, I forgot to mention, but the main thing, the main reason why we pushed ourselves that day to do it was because my grandpa, he stood up on the hill. He gathered all of us, my grandma, my cousins. He gathered me, Ducky, Malik. He stood up on the hill, and he gave us a speech. Okay, everyone. I want this wall finished. You can work today. You will get it done. And if you finish this today, each of you will get $100. So yeah, that was pretty good motivation. Because, I'm pretty broke. I need some cash. But anyways, after we did that, we played some Go Fish, and me, Grandma, and Ducky had a 3-way tie, which was really weird. I've never had a tie in Go Fish before. And when it became nighttime, we got to make our very own pizzas. And
here's mine. I should open my own pizza shop. And also, Malik said that my pizza looked trash, so I took a picture of his. Look, you see? That's not weirdly shaped pepperoni. That's pizza sauce. He just pours pizza sauce onto his pizza that already has it and eats it. Who's the weird one now, buckaroo? Yeah. Yeah. Try to speak to me like that next time and you'll feel the wrath. You'll feel the thunder. But anyways, the pizza was scrumptious, and that was basically all we did that day. No more waking up to cowboy noise. Also, here's a video of me playing the cowbell just to show you. Okay, so this next day was more of like a chill day. We mostly just chilled inside. We played golf for like 10 minutes, but we didn't really do anything. We did play in the pool, and we were in there for like 3 hours. Malik and Ducky were fighting, and at one point, Ducky swam away trying to get away from him. But when we swam away, this happened. No, stop! Stop, I'm going to the pool! Don't worry, he had underwear, but it was still pretty funny. Also, we played a game where my brothers had to get to the steps in the shallow end while I tried and stop them, and I almost killed both of them. I'm not joking, it was actually kind of serious. Also, Malik did this epic trick shot. Here's a picture. Also, me and my brothers played chess and Jenga, and in both games, I swiped the board in anger, but that's when we went to the closet to find more games, until we found a bow and arrow, which was awesome. Here's a video of me hitting Ducky in slow motion.
Let's attack Jacob. You shot me in the ballsack.
Actually, I think that's all we did. And that was basically all we did that day. We had tacos that night, and we watched a movie, and I was so shocked to find out this movie was a real story, because, oh my god, it was a soccer movie. How did American Samoa lose by 31 points in soccer? And it wasn't even like Messi or Ronaldo got that 31 points. It was Australia. Australia isn't even a real place. Like, come on. Anyways, after I watched the movie, I went to bed, and I woke up the next day at not 8 a.m., not 9 a.m., but 12. And I went upstairs, and I got in trouble with my grandpa. He said, okay, tomorrow, you have to wake up at a reasonable time. And the reason was, he wanted us to build scaffolding. And it took us like 20 minutes. Here's the scaffolding that we built. And we didn't do much that day either. We played some pool. We did some WWE in the pool, which, you know, like the game we played earlier. But instead of trying to get to the stairs, we just tried to not kill each other, but like fight as seriously as possible. And let's just say that it was Malik, Ducky against me. I destroyed them. It was like a slaughter, so much of a slaughter that I woke up my grandpa from his nap, and he had to tell us from the window to stop fighting. Dude, stop fighting! Hey, dude, are you gonna kill your brothers? No, they're on a team against me, and they're actually working together. Dude, do you not see them? Oh. My bad. And we were actually fighting like so rough that I actually cut open 3 of my toes. And yeah, we played some cards and we had some spaghetti that night, but nothing much else happened. But the next day is when things really take off. Because I'm not gonna say who, but someone the day prior plugged the toilet. And when I went to go pee that night, I saw this. So I had to go pee outside. And then I went to sleep. And then I woke up at 6 a.m. So yeah, I woke up at a reasonable time. Because I needed to go pee again. So I ran outside. And it rained the other night. And my feet got all muddy. And I went pee. I went inside. And Grandma was awake. So I talked to her for about a few hours. And Grandma just told me stories about the other times the plumbing didn't work at that house. You know. So at about 7:30, my grandpa came back from Home Depot with this machine called a snake, which would basically has like a metal rod, and it would go through the pipes, and it would like break up all the toilet paper that was stuck in there, and then it would like pull it through to the septic tank. And that should be able to fix the problem, so me and my brothers don't have to go home early. So, like, this was a big deal. If we did not have a way to poop, we would actually have to leave our trip, like, early. So, we needed to get this done. So, I needed to wake up my brothers in the best way that I could. Ducky. What? I'm gonna give you 20 seconds to get out of this bed before I shoot you in the face. 20, 19, 18. Oh, okay, I'm up. Yeah, I'm a really nice brother. But anyways, we went outside to use the snake, and how it works is, well, I already showed you how it works. Silly. And speaking of septic tanks, oh my god, when we opened up the lid to push it, like to push the snake through, because, you know, I already told you how it works, and I saw the poop at the top. Think about like a porta potty, but if it was like a 4,000 pound, like 4,000 gallon, like tank. So yeah, when I saw that, I almost like threw up, and I don't really get queasy too much. The three things that really gross me out are snot, spit, and now septic tanks. And my job, thankfully, was just to press the button on the motor that would get the metal wire through. But Ducky's job was to look through right here. There's a pipe down there, and he would watch the poop and the toilet paper go through, and he would tell us when it was ready. But when he would go there, it would send all the smells up to him. So, you know, Ducky, your sacrifice is well worth it. Good luck. So two things to keep in mind. One, I have not gone number 2 in like 16 hours. And looking at this whole tank of number 2s makes you want to go number 2. And I'm noticing in this script that I've been talking about poop a lot, so I'm like really sorry. But anyways, number 2, I feel really great. I thank my grandpa because he had the hardest job, which was taking the metal wire and him like digging through. Like, he didn't put his hand through the septic tank, but his hand was like a foot away from it while he was pushing through the wire. So grandpa, like, thank you for doing that job. But anyways, we tried this for like 20 minutes, and then okay, Boy Bob, go upstairs and flush the toilet to see if it works. Okay, I'll go. So I go up there, and I flush the toilet, and I hear cheering outside. So I run back. I'm so excited. Dude, I finally get to go poop. I run through the basement door. I see them all cheering. I run up to them, go say hi. And something funny that happened was, remember the Ducky's job with the open pipe that led to the septic tank? So I ran out there through the sliding door at the basement where Ducky's job was, and this happened. Guys, did we do it? Yeah, but good news is, we did it. Yippee! And now, we can move on from this topic. So, we go.
And the last 10 minutes corrupted! Okay, so I animated the last minute because if you think I'm animating 9 minutes of this video again, you are out of your mind. So I just voiced the last minute that I just got all the points.
We got back inside and everyone was happy. I talked for 4 minutes about how my name was originally going to be Tron. I spilled eggs on the oven and I went downstairs to get my phone to take a picture. And when I went back up, I saw my grandma cleaning my mess and I felt bad. We played Monopoly. The last night we were there, I took an ice cream bar and I threw the wrapper back inside the freezer. And then the next morning, my grandma found it and asked who did it. And I blamed everyone, even my grandpa and cousin, who doesn't even eat ice cream, until I confessed. And I felt really bad. The car ride back, Malik and Ducky were fighting, and I sung this really cringe song to try and get them to calm down. Also, we saw a truck that said, tastiest duck, and laughed at Ducky. And also, we saw a Cybertruck, and yeah.
Okay, that's the grandma video done, and also this video done. Goodbye!